Salve to discipuli, ego sum magister buddy, and this is the stage 10 lesson on adjectives. Not that we haven't seen adjectives before, but this stage has a particular focus on adjectives, and there's some things that we need to highlight. So here's a recap of our noun charts that we have so far. A couple lessons ago, we talked about how the first declension is mostly feminine. Professions are masculine, even if they're in the first declension. Second declension, masculine. Third declension, the words in here could be masculine or feminine. It's not that they're both. It's that you could have masculine words in here, you could have feminine words in here. All right, these are our adjective charts. I like to call these our 1-2 adjectives because it's a combination of first and second declension endings. Most textbooks will put the masculine endings first and the feminine endings second, and that's pretty annoying because we learned our feminine first, then our masculine. But if you look and compare the two, they're just flipped. We've got us, on the left, ah on the right. Over here we've got ah on the right, us, ah on the left, us, on the right. This backslash here represents the separation between the two genders. So the masculine will be on the left, feminine will be on the right. So these are all your masculine endings. These are all your feminine endings. What this means is that any 1-2 adjective can take on any of these endings so that it can match any case number or gender combination. So if you want to describe a noun as being good, and it is feminine accusative singular, then you're going to say bonhomme. But if it's a masculine nominative singular, you're going to say bonus. All right, adjectives can also be third declension. Not the same adjective, a different adjective. Either adjectives are third declension or they're a 1-2 adjective. All right, so they have their odd box. The endings are all the same as the third declension noun endings except this one right here. Notice that it is an accented I, just like its dative. Whereas over here in the nouns, it's an E. It's the only time that it differs from the nouns. So it's a little annoying, but you'll get used to it. Remember, adjectives must always match their nouns in case, number, and gender. So let's do a little bit of a practice here. Over on the left, we have a list of adjectives. Over here on the right, we have a list of nouns. Match them according to their case, number, and gender. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. Write all these down and draw arrows. All right, so I'm assuming that you already copied them down and drew your arrows. Let's check your work. Pulcher is masculine nominative singular, so is puer. Magnum is masculine accusative singular, so is gladium. Laeta is feminine nominative singular, so is puella. Molto is masculine singular. It's either dative or ablative. Same with kibo. Optimi, it's definitely feminine. It could be nominative plural, could be dative singular. Same with cani. Parwas is accusative plural feminine. So is welos. Tua, feminine ablative singular. Same with mensa. All right, let's make it a little bit harder. Those were easy because they were all from the first and second declension. There was no crossing of declensions there. So it's really easy when they look the same, when they're from the same declension. But as you're going to see in this activity, you can have adjectives from the first declension modifying nouns from the third declension or any other host of combinations. So over here we've got adjectives, over here we've got nouns. Meus, that is masculine nominative singular. Come over here, what other masculine nominative singular do we have? We've got puer. They don't look the same, but they're the same. They're both masculine, nominative, and singular. All right, ferochem, we're not sure what gender this is, because remember, third declension can be, adjectives can be masculine or feminine, but it's definitely accusative singular. So we come over here and boom, we got an accusative singular masculine. Ignawa, feminine nominative singular. What other feminine nominative singulars do we have over here? And we have another one that looks the same. This is a 1-2 adjective, first declension noun. That's why they look the same. All right, medio. This accented O here means that it is masculine singular. It is either a dative or an ablative. So let's go over here. Do we have anything? Yes, pede. This is a third declension noun, masculine, ablative, singular. All right, kalidai. This is definitely feminine. It could be nominative plural, could be dative singular. So we go over here and right away we see a feminine nominative plural. Contentos, masculine accusative plural. And right here, patres, accusative plural, masculine. Forti, this accented I, so this is a third declension adjective. This accented I means that it's definitely singular, could be ablative, could be dative, and there you go. So this is feminine ablative singular, feminine ablative singular. All right, another thing about adjectives before we look at some sentences. We've got 3 different degrees of adjectives. So far we've been focusing on just the descriptive, saying something is smart, brave, dumb, angry, beautiful, huge, happy, cowardly or lazy, small or big. We can compare things, saying that it is smarter, braver, dumber, angrier, more beautiful, and so on and so forth. One of the ways to remember the comparative is because you can actually see the word, 3 letters, the word more right here. Okay, so more smart, more brave, more dumb, more angry. And then we've got the superlatives. The superlatives are very recognizable. There will always be a double consonant. We've got 2 S's, 2 S's, 2 R's. Sometimes there'll be 2 L's as well. We just haven't learned any yet with 2 L's. And then you'll have imus or imma if it's a feminine. So, kalidus, kalida, kalidisimus, kalidissima. The descriptives and the superlatives use your 1-2 endings, combination of first and second declension. The comparatives will use your third declension endings. Notice that this goes in the odd box. This is your accusative singular. All right, we have a couple of irregulars, and before you get too mad at Latin, remember that English has irregulars as well. Good, better, best. Parvus is small. Minor is smaller. Minimus is smallest. Magnus, major, maximus. All right, let's look at some sentences. First thing I would like you to do is copy down these sentences, underline your adjectives, and draw arrows to their antecedents. Remember, you're going to be able to pick those out because they'll be the same in case, number, gender. Then put parentheses around any of your prep phrases. Label your action verbs, your linking verbs, your nominatives, your accusatives, and your datives. All right, let's look at that first sentence. Puella callida magnum librum habet. Callida. Callida is going with puella. They even look the same. That's nice and convenient. They're both feminine nominative singular. Magnum's going with librum. They're both accusative singular. So now let's label what we have left. Puella's nominative, it's our subject. Librum's our direct object. Habet's our verb. Consider the underline and the arrow labeling an adjective. You don't need to write subject again over that. That can get to be a little confusing, and it gets a little chaotic if we have so much labeling. So the smart girl holds a big book. Puella collidum canem habet. Sorry, that wasn't holds, it was has. Collidum. That's all right, so I switched it up a little bit. Now collidum is modifying canem. They don't look exactly the same, but they're both masculine accusative singular. Puella's the subject, canem's the direct object because it's accusative, habet's the verb. So the girl has a smart dog. All right, let's make it a little bit harder. Velam parvam ped sed pulchram habeo, sed velam pulchriorum habes. Parvam. Clear, oh, whoops, I forgot about our connectors. We've got 2 connectors here, said and said. Okay, parvam, clearly going with weam. They're both feminine accusative singular. Pulchram, also going with weam, feminine accusative singular. You can have multiple adjectives modifying the same noun. We do that in English as well. All right, pulchriorum. What's that going with? It's also going with velum. This is accusative singular. This is accusative singular. All right, let's label what we have left. Velum is your do. Habeo, this is your verb because the verb ends in a no. We know that the subject is I. Velum also direct object. Habes. This is our verb because it ends in an S. We know that the subject is you. Okay, I have a small but beautiful house. But you have a more beautiful house. I knew it was the more because of this right here. More beautiful house. All right, quintus est iratus grumio est iratior, sed caecilius est iratissimus. So what, let's look at our connectors first. We got a connector here. Now what's iratus going with? Quintus. How did I know that it was going with quintus and not grumio? Well, we've got a comma here. Plus iratior is going with grumio. These are both nominative masculine singular. These are both nominative masculine singular. What's iratissimus going with? Caecilius. These are both nominative masculine singular. All right, let's label what we have left. We've got a whole series of subject linking verb, subject linking verb, subject linking verb. So Quintus is angry, grumio is angrier, but Caecilius is angriest. Miles est fortis, Caesar est fortior, sed Mars est fortissimus. We've got a connector here. This fortis right here, both of these are odd. Both of these are third declension. They're both masculine nominative singular. Fortior, same thing. Both masculine nominative singular, third declension. Fortissimus, both of these are masculine nominative singular. What do we have left? Again, a series of subjects and linking verbs. So the soldier is brave, Caesar is braver, but Mars is the bravest. All right, discipuli. Please do not forget that English relies on word order to indicate function, but Latin relies on endings to indicate function. Know your endings. Vale to discipuli.